Hey everyone, this is Jim Grisanzio from the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and I'm very excited. I'm here with a former colleague of mine, Vincent Mayers. Vincent, welcome.
Thanks, Jim. Good to be here.
Yes, we are here at Jfokus in Stockholm, and wanted to talk to you because you're a Java champion, and you are you've been running the Java user group in Atlanta for a whole bunch of years now. And there's a new conference. Actually, it's not a new conference, but there's a conference coming up in a few weeks, right?
Yep.
Devnexus. So let's talk about the JUG. How did you get involved in the JUG in Atlanta?
So I moved to Atlanta in 2002 from London to start a recruiting business. I was a tech recruiter for many, many years. And around 2004, I wanted to learn more about Java. We were doing a lot of work with Java clients. And so I started to sponsor the Java user group as a way to build my networks, to learn more about the language and the platform, to meet people, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how I first became involved in the JUG in 2004.
2004, okay. And Devnexus?
Well, the JUG has always run a conference, actually since 2004. The first,
It's their conference then.
it's their conference. And the first year it was a single day, single track, friends and family speaking. We had to struggle to get 5 people to present and about 50 attendees. And it kind of grew every year until it got to about, I guess, 2007 or 8, and it was at about 300 people, 400 people. And then Sun Microsystems took it over for the Sun Tech Days Roadshow for 2 years. And then Sun was acquired by Oracle, and then we started Devnexus in 2009. Or I think 2009 was the first year it was actually Devnexus.
Okay, so I want to get back to community building first, but let's just stick on Devnexus for a moment here. What's the size of the event now?
So this year we expect between 22 and 2,400 people. It grows organically a little bit every year. We don't necessarily do any advertising. It's just kind of word of mouth. Yep.
Is that one of the largest? Must be one of the largest Java events around then.
I believe it is the largest Java and Java platform conference in the US. Yep.
So what is it? So do you guys have? I mean, obviously you have sessions and keynotes and things like this, but is there anything else that's there, like maybe unconference or lightning talks, things like this?
Yeah, so our typical format is it's a 3-day event, with the first day being a workshop day. This year we have 12 4-day workshops, then followed by 2 days of conference sessions, 15 concurrent tracks at the moment, and various happy hours. We have actually this year I'm very happy that our Devnexus happy hour is called the Open Source Party Jam, the Open Source RRR. Relax, Recharge, Refresh Party Jam. We have some buzz around this on social. You can win an exclusive t-shirt by vlogging or blogging about OSS RRR. And we'll have an indie rock band, a local band from Atlanta called Quiet Hounds, who will be playing for the conference, which I'm super excited about. An element that we added this year is we added a Java user group leader summit on the Wednesday before Devnexus. So my understanding, this is the first global JUG Leader Summit ever. And we have 85 attendees coming for this from JUGs from all over the world. As Devnexus is, or the JUG is a non-profit, we're able to use some of the funds from previous years to fly in any JUG leader that can come, that cannot get sponsored by their company or what have you. So we'll have about 80 JUG leaders from JUGs from everywhere: Russia, Brazil, Peru, Japan, everywhere.
So these people are going to come together. You're going to talk about how to run user groups, right?
Yeah, we are. We're having an unconference style format, and most JUG leaders face exactly the same problems about how to grow. I don't want to say growing the attendance is the main goal of every JUG leader or every JUG, but the main goal is to influence people, and influence people so that they learn, so that you provide them a benefit, learning experiences, things that will help them in their careers. So of course you want more people to attend these things and pay attention to what you're doing. And all JUG leaders face the same challenges of how to get more people to pay attention to what they're doing so more people can learn and help themselves in their own careers. So we'll talk about things like that. Organizational issues, how to get sponsors, how to survive, because the JUG has to be a business, because they usually cost money to put on a meeting. So most JUGs tend to need to be sponsored somehow with space or with food or whatever.
I've done a lot of user group organizing in Japan, and up to about 100 people or so. You know, actually for some month conferences, but to run a conference of that and a couple thousand people, I can't even imagine. I'm just being here and just seeing all the logistics here. How do you scale your efforts like that? I mean, there's a lot to do.
Well, we have volunteers. We have
But still, you got to manage the volunteers as well.
True. So we have a board. The Java user group has a board of 10 people. It's not just me. And everyone pitches in to help to do this. One thing that helps is running these events is relatively formulaic. Whether it's 200 people, 2,000 people, yes, there's challenges of scale, but the steps you take are more or less the same every single year in terms of the venue and the catering and the sponsors and the ticket sales and the badges and the signs and all this and all this. It's relatively formulaic, and you just tend to follow the steps, scale your efforts as the conference grows.
Interesting. Okay, let's end up on community building here, because you've been involved with these communities for a long time with the Java community. What does community building mean to you? I mean, so you actually go to events, you attend events, you manage events, you create events. And there's large numbers of people that are involved here. Why? What's the purpose of this, and what does it mean to you to have a community?
Well, to me personally, I love it. I love being involved in the Java community. It comes down to people. People are community, and the friends, the relationships I make over the years are very, very rewarding, and that's part of the reason why we want to grow communities. Because if other people can, to a greater or lesser extent, have the same types of experiences that I and take back what I get from being part of the community, I think it's worthwhile. So you don't know what you don't know. If you're working in a company, it doesn't matter what size, coding in Java or any other language, frankly, and you don't really know what it means to be part of these communities like this. If by our efforts of running user group meetings or conferences, we can get other people to understand the benefits of being part of these communities and the relationships that you can make and can benefit your own careers from them, then that's awesome.
I completely agree. I mean, I feel very much at home in these communities because it's just a safe space. I mean, you can collaborate with so many people on so many different levels, both in terms of technology as well as personal things. Well, Vincent, good luck with your event and good luck with the JUG as well. And any final thoughts? Anything to wrap up on?
Well, I would encourage anybody to, especially if you're in the Java space, to join your local Java user group. Pay attention to what they're doing. They are all over the world. They're always doing interesting things every month, putting on events for you to learn and to meet with other like-minded people. And you never know what's going to come from those. So please make an effort to join in with your local groups.
Vincent Mayers, thank you very much. See you soon. See you guys later. Bye-bye.